Today I fucked up by drinking an entire glass of spoiled milk. Earlier tonight my mom came over to watch a movie. I made dinner for us and she decided she wanted a glass of chocolate milk with it. She likes to make it with regular milk and Hershey's chocolate syrup, so that's what she did. She took a sip and said, "Ew, this is gross, there's not enough syrup, I'm not gonna drink it." So I said, okay, hell yes, I haven't had chocolate milk in like years. Took a sip, yum, completely fine. It was like a little thick, but I kinda just chalked that up to being because of the syrup. Big mistake. I drank the whole cup, and it was a lot of milk. My mom loves her chocolate milk, I tell ya. Well, a few minutes ago, I got up for a midnight snack and took a swig out of the milk jug, thick and spoiled. I'm already sick right now, and I know this is going to make it worse. But there's really nothing I can do about it but wait in horror for the diarrhea. TLDR, I accidentally drank a huge glass of spoiled but yummy chocolate milk. You know, this is something that I actually heard of, and I don't know if it's true. I can look it up right now, but like I hear that chocolate milk is a lot of times just spoiled milk or milk that was gonna go spoiled, and they just add chocolate flavoring to the milk to kind of disguise it because, I mean, just like this story said, you couldn't really tell that it was spoiled because it still tasted like chocolate and it was good to you, so you drank the whole thing. But I've also heard that like spoiled milk for the most part is still like safe to drink, I guess, you know? Actually, let me look that up. Okay, milk spoils due to an overgrowth in bacteria that produce lactic acid, which changes its taste, smell, and texture. While the bacteria responsible for the spoilage are typically not the same pathogens that cause serious foodborne illness, drinking spoiled milk can still result in food poisoning. Okay, so I guess you still can get kinda sick from it. The only thing I don't understand is that she's the one who made the chocolate milk. She's the one who poured out the milk into a glass, so you'd think she would have seen that it was chunky or something, right? Is it sour or rotten? Sour milk isn't really any danger, the texture and taste is just not ideal. Rotten is another matter, but I suspect you would have noticed if that were the case. I guess I don't really know the difference. Pretty sure it was rotten because there was some lumps and chunks when I poured the jug down the sink. Yeah, I mean, I think you'd be fine. I wouldn't really worry about it too much, to be honest with you. I do have like an early memory. I don't know why I did this. I was like a stupid kid, but like I was maybe second grade or something, and we were playing on the playground, and I remember like there was a fountain that was like a communal fountain, like a long thing that all the kids could use. And I remember on the bottom, like tucked away, I found like a chocolate milk. And in my mind, like I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, oh hell yeah, I found some chocolate milk. I'm gonna drink it. And I remember I took a swig, and it was just all chunk. And then I just remember immediately like spitting it out. I didn't vomit or anything, but man, it was gross. Today I fucked up by blocking a kid's basketball shot at Dick's Sporting Goods. Dude, what was I thinking? So I, 25 male, went to the mall to pick up some sneakers at Dick's Sporting Goods, and since I didn't have anything else to do that day, I looked around and browsed before heading off to the food court or something. I look at the driveway basketball hoops and I don't need one as I already have one, but I am looking for a ball to take to the park or the gym. I see this kid, maybe 11 males, shooting around and just testing out the hoop with some of the balls they allow you to shoot with. For some reason, it was just so tempting to run over there and block one of his attempts. But obviously, I would never do that, right? Yeah, I thought so too, until the next thing I know, I'm sprinting towards him while he's gearing up to shoot, and I jump in front of him and swat away his shot, shouting, "Blocked by James." My name isn't even James, who the hell was I feeling like? That kid looked horrified and just froze in place. I quickly apologized and told him I had no idea what the hell I just did. Poor kid probably thought I was insane. I ended up seeing him at a different sneaker store, and his dad and I had a talk. He wasn't mad or anything. In fact, we all seemed able to laugh about it, but I still felt awkward. TLDR, I wanted to relive the basketball glory days and at expense of some kid just shooting the rock. That's actually really funny. You know, it's so fun. Like, I wish you had a video or something, or like a security cam of this actually happening. Because in theory, it sounds really funny. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't funny for the kid, but I mean, at the end of the day, it seems like you could all laugh about it. So, I mean, no harm, no foul. James is actually your evil alter ego. He takes over sometimes. Don't even worry about it. Oh yeah, dude, that's exactly what I was thinking of right there.
Not in my house.
Today I fucked up by making my girlfriend mac and cheese. Obligatory, this happened a few months ago. I, 20 female, and my girlfriend, 21 female, are both college students. We were headed to the library with our friend, 20 female, to do a long night of group studying. We wanted to eat first so we didn't have to get takeout. Broke college students, eating out is expensive AF. Our friend had already eaten, so I made boxed mac and cheese for my girlfriend and I. I was out of milk, which I didn't realize until after I already started boiling the noodles. Luckily, I make cold foam for my coffee all the time, so I had some heavy whipping cream in the fridge. I figured I would just use more butter than the box recommended and use a bit of heavy whipping cream in place of milk. Not as much as I would have regular milk, but some, because making boxed mac and cheese was just buttery and an oily mess, which I learned the hard way a different time. Anyway, I dished it up and we started eating, and my girlfriend really liked it. I mean, who wouldn't like mac and cheese? But this is Walmart brand super cheap stuff, so I was a little surprised. She asked if I added different spices or something, and I said no, but I used heavy whipping cream instead of milk. She looked at me like I was crazy, but I didn't think it was a weird thing to do. I mean, it wasn't my first choice, but it's what I had. She said she was gonna have stomach issues from it. We are both a little lactose intolerant. I mean, isn't everyone? I apologize, but I was kinda laughing and she was too. Then she stopped about halfway through eating and went to the bathroom. She was in there for like 20 minutes, so I texted her and asked her if she was okay. She said, "No, I'm shitting my brains out." And I said, "Haha, sorry, I didn't mean to, lol." She came out and was kind of upset, but also not serious about it, saying how I screwed up her stomach for the whole day and night because of the heavy whipping cream. But then she sat down to finish the bowl because according to her, it was the best boxed mac and cheese she's ever had. But then she went to the bathroom for like another 20 minutes. After, I was just laughing with our friend the whole time. We were a little late to the library to study, which wasn't ideal, but it was better to poop at home than out in public. My girlfriend still brings it up sometimes, saying she's still mad at me for that, but I know she's just kidding. Also, anytime one of us poops for a long time, we'll just say at least it isn't as bad as the heavy cream mac and cheese. So let's just say I'll never make it with heavy whipping cream again to hopefully save the porcelain. Well, that just sounds like an unfortunate situation, but like if you guys know, like both of y'all are lactose intolerant, but I guess different levels or whatever, because you guys, I guess, can still tolerate it somewhat. At least you can. I mean, I guess your girlfriend couldn't. Because I was about to say, like, if you know you're lactose intolerant, why would you even put yourself through that and eat something with lactose in it? But then I remember I know somebody who is lactose intolerant and they still eat pizza and all this stuff. So, you know, they tolerate it a lot. Also, like, side note, but I've made like those boxed mac and cheeses before. Sometimes I didn't even have milk. I just did the butter and like, you know, water and stuff. Like, it's not super great, but it's still pretty good with just water on its own. I'm really confused about this. I use heavy whipping cream for boxed mac and cheese all the time. I always thought the heavy whipping cream had way less lactose than milk, because the whey and lactose tend to stay in the water and not the fat of milk. It certainly bothers me less than milk. Plus, mac and cheese has so little milk in it relative to the portion size. Cool story though, bro, even though it has no basis in reality. I didn't know that. That's really interesting about less lactose in cream than milk. I mean, I didn't react to the mac and cheese and we usually have similar stomach issues, so maybe it was something else and was simply accidental blame on the mac and cheese? Psychosemantic response perhaps? Thinking you just ate something that is going to make you sick can in fact make you sick. Maybe that would kind of make sense. I mean, yeah, it sounds like your girlfriend definitely got more sick than you, so, I mean, maybe the fact that you didn't think it was such a bad idea, maybe that's why you didn't feel as sick, but according to your girlfriend, she knew that it was gonna bother her, so maybe? But either way, now I kind of want mac and cheese. Today I fucked up by using the love seat. I convinced my father to go watch The Odyssey with me. What I expected to be a wholesome father-son bonding experience ended up being an awkward situation that became nightmare fuel. My fuck-up was set in motion the moment my dad and I arrived at the cinema and realized The Odyssey was almost sold out. It was opening weekend. I should have booked online in advance, but it was the first screening of the day and I thought not many people were gonna show up for the earliest show. I was wrong. Limited seats were available. My dad and I had one of two choices. Choice number one, we select any of the normal seats available, but then we would not be sitting together. Choice number two, we select the love seat, which is basically two seats merged into one so that couples can sit as close to each other as possible. My dad opted for the love seat instead of the random seats that would separate us. Before I could even think of suggesting anything else, my dad said if I was worried about what strangers might think, then I should stop because no one was gonna pay any attention to us. Cut to my dad and I awkwardly moving down the crowded row. My dad was leading the way. We were repeatedly saying "excuse me" or "sorry" because people had to make space for us to pass. My dad asked a random girl if the seats next to her was the seat reserved for couples. The girl looked confused at first, but then she nodded. My dad turned to me and said, "Found the love seat." I was practically hiding my face behind the popcorn at that moment. As my dad and I sat down, he thanked the girl for assisting him, and then he decided to specifically introduce me as his son, which would have been fine if that's where it ended. However, my dad thought it would be funny to tell this girl how afraid I was that people were gonna think we're together. I could tell that the girl was caught off by the continuation of the conversation, but she was kind enough to at least pretend she cared. My dad attempted to include me in the conversation by encouraging me to repeat the word I used earlier when the two of us were still debating the love seat situation. I refused to repeat the word, but my dad kept asking until I finally said, "Twink, Dad, twink." My dad snapped his fingers like he had just heard something that was on the tip of his tongue before he made it clear to the girl that even though we were sitting where the couples usually sit, we were not twinking. I interrupted my dad and made him aware that he might be bothering the girl. My dad apologized and left the girl alone. I thought the worst was over until my dad leaned in during the movie and quietly asked if it was twinking if a father would put his arm around the shoulder of his son in the love seat. Oh, your dad's awesome. I said the word was twink, and he was using it wrong. But I was okay with my dad putting his arm around my shoulder, not gonna lie. The experience was somewhat embarrassing, but I still appreciate spending time with my dad. Anyway, not the craziest fuck up compared to what I've seen on here, but it definitely had moments I wished never happened, lol. You know, I love this story. It's honestly like a huge dad joke, a huge dad move for him to just embarrass the fuck out of you. And I swear, dude, like you're gonna look back at this someday in the future and just be like, hell yeah, dude, my dad was awesome. Sounds like your dad enjoyed the time together while you were busy dreading about your impression on strangers. My dad lived long enough to actually mean it when he said he stopped caring about what people think. I'm still too inexperienced in life to say something like that without lying to myself. But I'm learning from the man I love the most. For the record though, I enjoyed our time together too. Man, what an awesome dad. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of Reddit. Today I fucked up subreddit. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Also, if you're feeling like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.